Ladies and gentlemen, voted Long Island's best podcast by a bot farm in Russia, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Uh-huh.
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 323. I am B.
Chick.
I'm Ryan.
And guys, today's episode is sponsored by Loadless Laundry. Doing laundry stinks, PU. With Loadless, you can text to get your laundry picked up, washed, folded, and returned. You can do random pickups or get on a reoccurring schedule. Loadless operates on an affordable monthly subscription. You can get $10 off your first wash by entering code ADULTBABY. That's ADULTBABY when you subscribe. Check them out at GoLoadless.com.
Yeah.
Hey, look at us. How you guys doing?
Well,
Well,
I'm doing.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, good.
got your car back?
No.
No.
Nope. Still in the shop. Hopefully next week I'll have it.
I'm still driving.
They usually give you like 2 weeks. I feel like no matter how much damage there is in the car, it's
right.
like 2 weeks.
What have you been using to get around?
So I lucked out because my snowbird parents went to Florida, so they have 2 cars. They took one. One's here, so I've been using that.
They drive down when they go out, and they. so they have
When
a
they're
car.
going to be there, like in the winter for an extended time, they drive down.
Yeah.
So they have a car down there.
That's nice.
You ever drove into Florida? Driven?
You changed the right word
I know.
to the wrong word.
Yeah.
No, I have not. The furthest I've ever been in like a car ride was probably Virginia.
Virginia. Wow. All right.
Not that far. I'm just saying. That's
Yeah.
by car. That's
Yeah.
probably
How
the
about you?
farthest.
You ever take the long trip down south?
Yes. I have, but then I drove cross country to I flew to California. Then
Right.
drove
That's
back.
right.
Did you
That-
love the
that I
drive
would
back
like
or
to
no?
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
do
did
wanna
it. I
do
did it with plenty of time to be able to like stop where I want to stop and see a bunch of things.
Southern or northern route did you take?
Northern mostly, yeah. Down the middle and then up north and then through Chicago.
I think I would
And
do the
then-
southern.
I would like to do both. Ideally, retirement, I would love to just take a month and just do.
Honestly,
Just do
that
the-
would be
just do the
ideal for
loop.
me too. Just to
Yeah.
hit every state, south and then come back north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Each way. You
the
drive
only
around.
thing, the only thing that we didn't see that came up was 2 things that we wanted to see. Was Antelope Canyon in Arizona. I didn't
Okay.
see, which is I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of it, but it's nuts. It's like these waves in the rocks.
Oh,
It's-
yeah?
yeah, it's like crazy. And then I think I was getting a little bit antsy to get home, but we were driving. We saw a sign for Notre Dame College, and I was like, "Oh, it'd be cool to check that out." And we kind of talked about it, and we skipped it, and I was like, "That was the only thing I wish that would have
Yeah.
been cool to see."
That would have been cool.
I mean, if you're ever there again, because I've been there once, and I mean, I also love Notre Dame, so I was in like awe the whole weekend. But I always advise people if you're, you like history and shit like that, visit the campus. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah. What? So what? How did you get to like Notre Dame? Like I feel like
You know what's funny?
That's such a. There's people from all over the place that like Notre Dame and for different reasons. So how did you land on that?
So I actually got asked this question the other day. So basically, they were always on TV because they have the TV deal with NBC. So there was no home team. Like I usually like the New York teams, but
Right.
Division I football, there's really not. The closest team would be like Rutgers, and they're like, I don't know. I never really liked them.
Yeah.
They were not really anything at that
Right.
time. So I really had no allegiance, and they were on TV every game and every week. And I was a huge football fan when I was younger, and I just got into it a lot. I was watching every game with them. I started to love them. And Rudy came out, which didn't hurt, like the little things like that. And I remember one year crying when they lost to Boston College on that last second field goal, and my brother was making fun of me.
Yeah.
But they were all like Penn State fans, so I don't know if it like subconsciously was like I want.
You tend to go the other way, right?
But we're all Giant fans.
Right. But with baseball,
Baseball, I'm a Met fan because my grandmother had the '86 Mets
Right, yeah.
tape, and anybody who watches, that's a very impressionable tape as a youngin.
as a youngin.
And you're a Notre Dame fan as
I'm
well.
a Notre Dame
'cause
fan.
the Irish.
Well, also, like Chick said, they are like New York's team
That's like the closest you get.
because
Which is
of
crazy.
because of
Isn't it?
ABC,
NBC.
NBC.
Yeah.
And they would play at Yankee Stadium back in the day. So I think New Yorkers are prone to be, although a lot.
A lot of New Yorkers, I feel like a Penn State. I feel like Penn State is the home team.
I don't.
The
think Penn
closest
State.
team that's a home team.
But I was a big Oregon Duck fan too. I like the Ducks because of their uniforms, and then I kind of fell out with the Ducks.
Yeah.
You know, I still like them. I root for them, but like I never went to Oregon, but I went to Texas to watch them. The opening game. What was that? 2000? I don't know. Around the 2000s.
Yeah.
I get lost, but I saw them in LSU. So I always liked the Ducks, and yeah, Notre Dame always played. So
you got to realize when we were younger, they didn't have all these channels like they did. So
Whatever
as far
was
as
on.
college football goes, that was the only team that you could watch every game every week.
it was the only game in town.
No, Penn State was on ABC.
What's
Yeah.
I wonder what like if you as the crow flies, as they say, when you would hit like the first real contender. Does UConn have a good football team?
I
Or is
bet
that
you
just
Penn
bas-
State
just
is
bad
closer
handball?
than UConn. Isn't UConn like deep in? Like I'm not really sure.
No.
It's pretty. It's
I've been to Penn State.
yeah.
And how long of a drive is Penn State?
I honestly don't remember. We went to a
Yeah.
Penn State game when they were good too. They had Kajana Carter. And
Oh, wow.
Kyle Brady.
Kyle
Terry
Brady.
Collins. They had
Ex-
they,
So
Jet.
what New York team? So does even
Picked
like
over Warren
is it like
Sapp.
Buffalo or Albany? Do they have good?
I don't know if they're
They don't-
Division One.
They're not Division One.
Buffalo
Yeah.
might be Division One,
Yeah.
but like a terrible. Like there's no good team
Right,
that's
right.
around New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rutgers had
is-
a couple good years. and
Rutgers
that's probably the closest.
isn't Rutgers like the oldest college football team or something like
Got to
that?
be up. I mean, Rutgers. I'm pretty sure has been around forever.
Yeah. I don't know.
When they were good with Ray Rice, do you remember when that year
Mm-hmm.
and they had who was the coach? Whatever, it's irrelevant.
Greg Sheen.
Scherzen, I don't know. Whatever.
Scherzen Pop.
Yeah, Greg S.
Yeah.
It might not even be S.
Yeah.
But when he was the coach and they were really good those couple years, like I remember a lot of people caring because it's like the closest team.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just they were always on TV.
Interesting. Yeah.
The easy answer.
That's the easy answer. Yeah.
And they were good back then. They didn't start getting bad until I got older for like that long
Who's that?
hiatus.
Notre Dame, yeah. That's true. I always keep you guys abreast. Is that the right word? Of my health issues. So I when we last spoke about what was it 2 months ago, I had my follow-up appointment on Monday. I was so nervous. Like literally I don't pray, but I'm praying like just let this be smooth, And it was smooth. My numbers got better. So
Really?
a little bit of fresh take a fresh
how does that happen?
breath. I
Taking your
think
medication again?
no. Well, I've just been. Well, yeah, I have been taking my medication. A big thing.
Don't downplay that.
Yeah, I feel like, let's be honest.
No, not like I wasn't before, but I've been on top of it like a hawk.
Yeah.
And a big thing is my blood pressure is always high. Now my blood pressure always runs high. It's always run high because of the kidney stuff. It just causes it to go high. But it got real high last time I was there. So my blood pressure medication, he upped them. So that's the big thing. And then he actually upped them again this
So
time.
is it improving? Does that mean that, like, you said you were definitely going to need one? Is it possible that you could fix the issue?
No, it's still I'm still at like 25 to 30% working.
And what do you need to be at?
I mean, 100 would be cool.
I wasn't sure if you could. No, I wasn't sure if you ever can get to 100.
No, I don't. I only have one kidney, so I'll never be 100. I'll never be like you.
No, yeah, like
I'll
me.
never be functioning on your level.
No, I mean, so what was this kidney operating at predominantly? Like when you first get it, what's it operating at?
I don't know. Probably like 75. I don't
All
know.
right, no, I was
I really don't know.
Okay.
It's I wouldn't. It's probably not 100 because it goes after it comes in. It goes through some trauma. But it is good news where it's like I was not. Yeah, thanks. I wasn't planning stuff for this year. Like people were booking me on shows. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. Like there was a few things I wanted to do. Like I want to see Glenn Ross on Broadway. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting tickets because I don't know where I'll be at that point.
That's not up yet, right?
Not yet.
What do you mean you don't know where you'll be at that point?
As in my health.
You really it can get that bad? You can't go see a play?
Well, I don't know what the time frame is.
All right, fair enough.
So
If
yeah,
you've got some type of different treatment, maybe you don't feel good for
Yeah.
a few days, then you're not gonna want to go.
there's like I was looking at it. This appointment was gonna tell me like, all right, we might have to move on. Like if the numbers were getting worse, then it's like, all right, time to start making a plan. Where that's where I can't. And also I don't know. Maybe I'm a little paranoid. But
Hey, listen, you got to be in the right headspace to do things anyway. So if you're not comfortable, you don't do
But
it.
I feel, they say like your brain takes over. Where when they told me this news, I felt awful. I feel so good the last few days.
Don't get too comfortable.
Well, no, I know.
But
No,
that's good
thanks.
for. I mean, your blood pressure. I'm sure stress can affect your blood pressure,
Of course.
which is so ironic. Or it's like, oh, your blood pressure is no good, so which is affecting your kidneys. So
I know.
So now your kidney is like, oh, now you're worried about your kidney, and your blood pressure is going up even more.
Which is all like that. It's all and everything is
Yeah, everything's
together. And then
connected,
even the
yeah.
medication, it's like you're gonna take this medication. It's like may affect kidneys. It's like what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't need
Everything
that.
just has a cause and effect.
Well,
But
at least
I do feel good,
that's-
and I'm not out of the woods. Like I still something is gonna happen. I'm at that point, but it's good to know that right now, all right, we could take a breath, and things are looking better, and maybe I could push a little
Well, I was
while
just going to
of
say,
this.
just because you got good news, let's not go back to where we were. Let's stay like a hawk on top of it.
I am on top of
Oh,
it.
no.
Does that
I'm
mean
just
this
saying.
documentary is going to get put on hold, or you still want to do this?
No, I still want to do it.
All right, let's do it.
That's the
Yeah.
first thing you think. I know.
You're doing a doc on him?
Yeah, where have you
Nice.
been?
No, I remember you. I wasn't sure if it was official.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually kind of wanted to get this appointment out of the way before we got into that.
Shouldn't he have been with you on all your appointments? Is that part of it or
Well-
no? I'm asking.
Going
'cause-
forward, we can.
Maybe in the future, but this Monday was my parents wanted to come with me, and I told them no. That was a whole thing.
I think there's enough story there without it getting worse to be an interesting story, and then we can see where it progresses. And
Well, yeah,
do
also-
Ryan's like, I
do
hope
updates.
this really takes a turn.
Also, it is gonna take a turn. Like
Yeah, right.
it's
This is not. You're not.
it's just it's not gonna last forever.
yeah.
Can I get in this doc at all?
No,
All right.
you could pick Ryan up.
You want to be the boom guy? You can help. you can
Yeah,
help.
let me do something. Let's put
Yeah.
my name
Yeah.
in the credit when it blows up.
That's what he wants. He wants his name in the credit. So yeah. Anyway, good news for me.
Outstanding.
And then
No, that is very good.
And then you went out and bought yourself some new shoes.
these shoes I got a couple weeks ago. These are my
Okay.
Christmas shoes. I needed everyday sneakers. I went with Adidas. I haven't had Adidas in many years,
Yeah.
and these are very comfortable. They're like a slipper.
I saw a pair of Jordan, like retro Jordans, but Notre Dame, like out. And I was like, I would never wear these outside of like a Notre Dame game, but most of the time I'm watching the game. It's not like I'm out and about and I want to show off my shoes.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. It took every ounce of me not to buy this dumb fucking
Yeah.
pair of shoes.
Did it have the Notre Dame logo on it or anything?
Dude, it had like Notre Dame in the back. I'll show you. They were dope,
Yeah.
but they were just obnoxious for like they were cool, but those would be shoes that if I did buy, they would go up in like a case or something.
Yeah.
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 I just saw some video of some guy who had like Eminem. They did like Jordans did like an Eminem collaboration, but there was I guess very limited. And this
Okay.
guy's uncle like worked with Eminem, so he just had him like in a box in the attic, and he brought him to this cellar. And they were saying he's like you can get 20 grand for these things. He goes I can't buy them because I have to resell them. I don't really my clientele doesn't spend
Yeah.
that kind of money. He goes, but if you can find somebody who would pay 20 grand for these sneakers,
Yep. I believe
That's
it.
crazy.
I believe it.
yeah,
These Notre Dame ones, I don't know if they were like exclusive like that because they were on Facebook. I saw it like
Right.
the
Yeah,
sale
yeah.
thing was on Facebook,
Right.
but I still was like, I was very, I had to talk myself out of not buying them.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only pair of sneakers I bought a pair. It was like a Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh yeah, I like those.
Air Max.
They're
I
right
bought-
there.
I bought those. Yeah, those are not my size. I bought 2 pair, one to for display and one. So it was like the only time I was like,
Air
"Oh, I gotta
Max.
get
If I
these."
had to pick a shoe, that's my shoe.
Yeah,
I was between Air Max and these, but I already have a pair of Air Max, so I was like, let me try the Adidas. and I'm very
Well,
pleasantly
now
surprised.
they do so many different styles of the shoe that it's like you could strictly like I only wear Air Max now
Yeah.
and just get like 20 different pairs.
Air
of
Max
Air
has
Maxes.
so many good colors.
I just think
love.
they're comfortable, they're nice, and like they're you could walk in them. You
They're
can
a
play
solid
basketball. It's a good shoe.
shoe.
I might this year buy myself 3 nice pairs of Air Maxes and try and keep my shoes nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of killing one pair.
Yeah, it's growing up. Like I mean, I wouldn't have a ton of money, but I was always you had one pair of sneakers. You wore them every day.
Yep.
It's just like it wasn't. You worry about like what went with
Every
what
year I
outfit.
got a new pair,
That was
basically.
yeah. Until they would just absolutely look down and be like, "These are disgusting." You don't even like really. You don't even realize when they look down. You're
So
like,
true.
"I can't believe I'm wearing these things," and you'd have to beg your mother, "Can I get a new pair of sneakers?" I always wanted the Sean Kemp sneakers. Was always my,
yeah.
that was they were
The
hideous.
kamikazes.
They were hideous.
Yeah, I didn't like the. I remember
They were
those. I
gross,
didn't
but
like
Sean
them.
Kemp was my favorite
No,
player,
listen,
so
yeah.
it was always like
Number
I need a new
40.
Sean Kemps.
So I remember I used to try and get like one nice pair that I would use just during basketball games. But then I realized like I love these shoes and I'm the idiot who's like I'm wearing them to school, I'm wearing them here, and then they're shit.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
only nice pair of shoes that I ever was able, 2 pairs that I ever talked my parents into getting for me when I was younger was I got the one pair of the Jordans, the ones that had the career stats on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
They were all white, and then they had like the stripes.
the
bottom.
stripes. Yep.
Yeah. Got those, and I got a pair of pennies. To this day, if I could find those pennies again, I would get them in a second. It
You're speaking my language. The pennies
was the
my-
only shoe that
Yep.
I was like, I need the. I loved Penny when I was younger. The shoe was awesome looking.
Yeah.
Perfect. I would love to buy that. In 7th grade, I was wrestling. I was on the wrestling team, believe it or not, and I had the pennies, and I put them in the locker. I put them right in the locker, and I didn't lock it up. It was just like practice, right?
Got yoinked real quick.
Came out, gone.
Oh my God, Farmingdale.
2 days.
Farmingdale's tough.
Literally the next day, I saw a kid that wasn't there that I knew was hanging around with them on.
Let's air him out. It's years ago.
I
Who was it?
forget the kid's
You know
name.
it.
He was a troublemaker. He was a
Check the
troublemaker.
size in them first.
He
You're
was
like,
definitely. He was like a little guy, just like me. I was like,
Oh, look, these are my size.
Yep.
Yank.
I went to the. I had to like. My mom had to pick me up in my wrestling shoes. It was awful. It's awful.
Those kind of look like wrestling shoes a little bit.
Yeah, they could. Well, wrestling goes up, a little higher.
Jordans are everywhere now. Like they make Jordan cleats, like that look like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jordans the kids
Well,
have.
I had like Jordan like 93. I had I was like, you think if you had those now,
I know.
we'd be sitting on
Those,
you just had
yeah,
them
1993 or something was.
Yeah,
I had it. My first
yeah.
Jordans.
Yeah.
They go for like $250 now.
I just came across they're re-releasing the Jordan 5s, and these are one of my favorite pairs of Jordans in July or the end of January or whatever it is. There's a new. I know I wear
Let me
Crocs
see what
now,
it looks like.
but
Yeah,
they're re-releasing the. I think they're the original color. Like everything was the same as the originals.
Yeah.
I think it's just like a re-release.
I grew out of the
yeah.
ability to collect sneakers. I love sneakers.
So
I
do
was
I.
like I was a sneaker head, and then I grew out of the ability to do that. Like I have a size 14 shoe, and you just can't.
Are they
walk
more
in-
expensive at 14s than they are?
No, not
like,
really,
Or once
but-
they hit adult, they're the same.
Yeah, but you just can't go into a store and get 14s,
yeah.
and
It's
like
Crazy.
they
you're
don't
a
even.
14.
Yeah, I know. It's my
He's a foot guy.
my father's a big. That's
I
not
just feel
my
like you
feet.
should
I'm
have
not a
big
my
feet.
feet guy. My father's a big guy, and we had the same size shoe. It's the only thing I got from him. Was the
Interesting.
same size foot. Yeah, but like I'll go on websites and look for sneakers, and like literally the drop down thing, you go to scroll that doesn't even go to 14.
They don't
I'm like,
even go
sometimes
to
you can't.
14?
Sometimes you can't even buy them online. So
Do you have to get all of them like custom now? Like
no, some sell them 14, but occasionally I'll come across something I'll see, and I'm like, oh, let me get these, and they're not an option.
I'm a 10 and a half, and I feel like that's like a very popular
So they'll go
size.
quick.
So they're always
yeah,
gone.
same with me.
right.
I'm like a 9. I could wear a 9 to a 10, which
9
is
to
weird,
10.
but I could fit comfortably in all 3 of those 9, 9
Really?
and 10s.
That
Yeah.
must be nice.
It's not
I-
nice though because I have a wide foot. So any shoe, I have to make sure that the design of the shoe is not like a narrow shoe because if I do it, it's painful to wear them.
Yeah, that's why a Croc is the perfect shoe for you.
It is.
You know.
Yep, we were making fun of because so we went to it was actually a list. Someone who listens every week to our podcast. It was her birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Jenna!
Happy birthday, Jenna.
And we had a birthday
birthday,
party
Jenna.
for her on Saturday. And we went over there, and a few of my friends, we were talking, and I was like looking at the shoes, and we're getting to the age now where friends are starting to get like laceless shoes, and everything's like slide-ins.
Yeah.
And now they're making
slip-ons.
shoes that have like a built-in shoehorn where, you know, like I was always a lazy fuck. That's how I ruin a lot of my shoes, is just sliding them in and crushing the back. And then
not untying them, just
yeah, and then
squeezing
you
them.
know eventually you bend it where now it's the plastic thing is like digging into the back of your fucking heel. So they have these shoehorn things that you could slide in without ruining the shoe.
So what? Is that like a Sketcher?
No, they look like normal like nice.
Really?
It's just the way the back is. It's
you
like
can push down.
It
on
like
just
comes-
you
pops
could
up.
push down and like slide in it instead
Okay.
of crushing the back.
So that's for multiple shoes have this now.
I don't know about
just
multiple.
I just keep them nice and loose, and then just
You're right.
pop in and
Yeah.
out. Some of them though.
Also, how hard is it to just tie it? Like,
Well, some shoes you want to tie, some shoes you don't. I don't. Yeah, I don't really tie my shoes.
You guys aren't fat. It's not easy. Listen, and I don't want everyone to be like, "Oh, you're not that fat." Like,
nobody's
I
gonna
can
say
tie
you're
my
not
shoe,
that fat.
but I'm not gonna lie. It's easier if you pick your foot on something or like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's like, ugh.
Bending down is difficult.
My buddy, they used to make fun of him. He couldn't get to tie his shoe in the front, so every time he tied it,
I've seen those guys.
the tie is on the
On the
side of the
side.
shoe, and that's just because that's where he can reach.
Yes, I've seen those guys.
I have seen that move.
I never
Side
knew
knot.
that existed because as fat as I am, I always make sure I tied it in the front.
Yeah.
But I've never paid attention enough to notice that that's what
Oh,
happened.
my
You either
God.
get that, or you get those guys who just have the slip-ons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you get, yeah, yeah.
I like to do the laces loose on my slip if I'm slipping them on. The Air Max is good for that.
That's why I love Air Max.
The Air Max is good. These aren't great for that because they're very tight at the ankle.
And you want them, but you want them a little tight. The purpose of those
Yes,
is you want
yes.
support. So
You don't want
it
to
be
break
tight.
your ankle.
No,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, I love
This
them.
has been Sneaker Talk on the Adult Baby Show.
Sneaker talk with the adult babies.
Speaking of sneaker talk, the reason why you wear them, so like when I coach sometimes, so when I'm coaching a game, I'm not getting on the court, I'm not doing anything, I could wear Crocs. But the other day, I'm coaching the younger kids, my first graders, and one of the kids' older brothers was on the side, like in between, like a timeout, and he was, shooting. I was like, yo, watch this, I'm going to go dunk it, because we were on the small rims. Dude, I'm talking about the moment I took off, I thought my toe broke. I swear to it was swelled up for 3 days.
Oh, my
and I'm
God.
talking about it wasn't when I came down. It was when I took off.
takeoff?
Because it was the Crocs, I don't know, whatever. They have
You
no
jam your
support.
toe in the front of it.
Dude, my not the big toe, but the one right to the left of it.
Yeah.
I guess the pointer big toe.
Yeah.
Was fucking
The pointer.
the,
It's like, why is he trying to go up?
dude, as soon as I went up, I was like, oh, I didn't even come close to dunking it. Then I was limping the rest of the night. The
Oh,
next
my
day, my
God.
fucking toe. I swear it wasn't broken, but it was severely jammed.
The embarrassment to be like, come off the sidelines and be like, I'm gonna go dunk that, and you can't even get off the ground before you injure yourself. Most people go up, and the landing is where they hurt themselves.
That's what I said. It wasn't
Yeah.
even the landing. I felt it as soon as I went to go jump. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Crocs are not to be moving
No,
quickly.
you can't even
No.
in
I didn't,
sport
but,
mode.
but I don't know, like they would pop off. I can't imagine how
Well,
do
you
you
got
how do you
sport
hurt
mode.
your. Were you in sport mode?
Yeah, I knew I had to go in sport mode.
So what did it do? Did it jam into the front of the Croc?
I just think because there's not real cushion, it was like running off my foot and just jumping.
But that's you could run. You could jump off your.
No,
bed.
I know, but I think maybe just the way I hit the like. Listen, I'm not.
I think the
it wasn't
toe
to
is
smooth
so
it.
used to just not doing anything.
It might have, yeah. That it was like, what is this guy
Like
doing?
it moved and it just it sort
Yeah,
of
I think
broke.
you could have also given out because I just
Yeah, you
am
didn't
heavy.
stretch your toes enough.
Yeah,
you
I
gotta,
didn't stretch
you gotta,
the
you gotta stretch your
toes.
toes before you go for that.
Ever since I saw that Tom Segura video of breaking his, I'm afraid to even
that's
get
rough.
in the gym.
Wait, what Tom? I never saw
Yeah, a
that
couple
video.
years ago, he went down hard. His shoulder, his leg, he got completely fucked up. He was in the hospital for a while.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, he destroyed himself. But it was just just jumping up, same thing, trying to
Yeah, and he
dunk it or something.
smacked the floor.
You
He-
just take for granted, like when you were younger, it's like I could just take a ball, whether I was making it or not. I could make it somewhat of a movement and not get hurt. And now I do anything, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that video was a precautionary tale for me because I'm like, I could see how this. You go with that
stretched
same.
the other morning. I woke up and I just was stretching, and you realize I should be doing this every day.
Just
You
how
feel
much
you feel
looser?
so much better. if you're just stretching, like, yeah, this is why I can't bend over, because you need to stretch. You need to work into stretching. But once you do that, then the rest of the day, you're like,
You feel more nimble.
yeah,
Loosey-goosey.
absolutely. But it's the time. It takes 10 minutes, and it just feels like
They say
and it hurts a little
stretching is
bit.
like very important. Like,
it's
more so than
absolutely.
like
Into your old
when you
age.
get older, it's absolutely.
because I do feel like a tight. Like I just feel like I'm tight.
Yeah, if you just start stretching and you stretch as much as you can, so and then
Eventually-
yeah.
Gets a little more.
But speaking of shoes, and so I want to start walking on my treadmill again. It's getting cold out, and I want to get some steps in. So, but I have these sneakers that I walk on the treadmill with. But when the treadmill, when you it jams your foot into the front of the shoe because it's
Too
pulling.
dry, yeah.
It's like your foot comes down and the treadmill's pulling it in, so it's constantly ripping the shoe back into your foot. So after a few days walking on a treadmill, the front of your toes are like bruised, like it's like sore.
Did you ever think about barefoot on the
No,
treadmill?
yes, I did once, and that was way worse because
Did it
now,
hurt?
yeah, because now you got a thing that's
Oh,
like
that's true. It's like friction.
ripping, yeah,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
skin off the body. So what I did was I took a pair of my shoes that I had I've been walking on them with, and I just cut the front of them off. So now my toes just got the front of the shoes.
Did it help?
I just did it now, and I was trying to get my treadmill up and running. So I don't know, but I would imagine that they would. But it's like you can't. I wasn't gonna wear sandals. It's because you wanted to be your foot. You want your foot wrapped like a sneaker, but just
Yes.
the toes
No,
to be
I get where
exposed.
you're coming from with
Yeah.
it.
Wait, so it's hitting the front? It was hitting the front
It's
of
the front of the sneaker. Yeah.
Did you ever think about buying a smaller shoe just for walking on the treadmill?
Smaller shoe?
I feel like
The
a
only reason
smaller
why
shoe
is
would
I
hurt
feel like
more.
maybe there's a little room, and if you didn't have that
Right.
room, it wouldn't
Yeah.
slide.
Maybe. Yeah, but no, because I've tried. There's been times where I couldn't find a 14. I'm like, I'll just buy a 13. I'll jam my foot in it. And then a week into wearing that shoe, I was like, I don't know why I do this. I can't, like, these don't fit me. Like, I'm not a size 13. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't want to fuck around with.
Do they have half sizes and they get that big?
No, once you hit 13, it's 13, 14, 15. So it's
Wow,
just,
see, that's what's fucked up. Maybe
Yeah.
13 and a half would be perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel fine with 14s. I don't ever feel like I'm, but
No, I mean for the treadmill.
Oh, to have
Specifically.
more room.
Just
yeah.
to have a little
I thought about
less.
getting those. You ever seen those shoes where your toes actually go in? It's like
What
a.
is it, like
Oh
a-
yeah, those are the
like a gel that it goes
terribly
into?
ugly.
Like,
They look like actual
like-
feet.
It's like gloves for your feet.
oh, I've seen
yeah.
those.
So I thought about buying those. I told Monique, I'm like, you can never ever see me in these. Like if I get these, because I even looking at them on Amazon, I was like,
They have
gross me
socks
out.
with those too. The socks ones
I
are
think you put-
uncomfortable to me.
yeah.
Ugh.
So I was like, I cannot imagine seeing somebody in those and then ever being attracted to them ever again.
Never,
It'll
right?
always be in your head. Even I told her what I was doing with these shoes. I'm like, you will never see me in these. You won't even see the shoes. I don't even seeing what they look like. Think about it. Just
Just a vision.
Just my
of
toes
it.
sticking out of a full pair of sneakers and then just my toes like I'm a hobo in an old movie. Like I'm worn out. Like Charlie Chaplin walking
Yeah.
down the street.
I always get fascinated. Like I watched Apocalypto this week, and they don't wear shoes, obviously, not really.
Yeah, that's the Mel Gibson one, right?
Yeah, but I just think about those times where they didn't have sneakers, and I know they have like these makeshift moccasins and shit that they
Yeah,
did
yeah.
put for their feet. But I wonder how strong your feet are if you never
on 'em all
wear them.
day?
That if you didn't like, they probably don't even probably better than shoes. I would imagine.
Probably. Like I think about hands. Like I work with my hands all day. I'm like constant, and then I compare myself to other people. Like I can run my hands in the hot water. I have calloused hands.
Oh,
and
yeah,
You see
it's like
people who just
dead.
don't. You see people who just don't work all day, and they're like, I'm like, my hands like it's like
our
leather.
sinks are super hot at work. So
Yeah.
as soon as they go in the hot, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, I'm like, got like dead
Just
hands.
leaving it in there.
Yeah, yeah. You must have man's hands.
Not really. I was gonna. I don't. I disagree with that. My hands, like I'm not good under hot or cold. Like
But just working though, like you touch stuff all day.
I do, but I don't really have. My hands are pretty soft.
Really?
But although
I
I
used to do shit with my hands, and they were still the soft, feminine hands.
no, your hands are terrible.
We've talked about this before. Like,
Yeah.
we're all proud of our hands, but
No,
sometimes I'll see a guy who's got like those little thin, small hands. I'm like,
You ever shake a tiny little hand of a man? and it's like this is a
Nothing's worse than a clammy hand, though. I don't even care how. I'd rather a small little baby hand than a clammy hand.
Sometimes you shake. I have shaken it like just skinny fingers, and they don't like my hand is just overpowering that person.
I feel good about it.
Oh, I feel great, and I'm like, what are you? Like what
They were
is
giving out gloves at work the other day, and it's like throwing out larges, and I actually like an extra large glove if I can. But one guy's like, "You got any mediums?" I said to my boss, "I'm like, I thought only men were medium. I would just keep my mouth shut and go buy my own gloves."
yeah, that's
It's so belittling. What? Just because you got small hands, I can probably use a small.
although I don't like those big work gloves. I like little cotton gloves. Isn't that crazy?
Well, I like mine like the dipped ones, like they're dipped.
Yeah, but
in
they're
the
too bulky
rubber.
to me. Like I wear my
wear-
little cotton ones
Oh my God, B.
that you find them at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we know what they are. Those are the ones that you
Do they have
wore
like
in the
little
winter.
dots on them?
They don't have dots. Nothing.
Oh, so just like brown cotton gloves.
They're black.
See, I don't like touching cotton. It's like a. That's
What's
like
wrong with
I
cotton?
don't like it freaks me out to touch cotton. I don't
Really?
like to. I don't like. So I've tried those. Like I'll touch something and I'm like, I gotta rip them off my hand. Yeah.
You know,
They're
my
nice.
issue is they don't work. Like
They work to an extent.
I remember
slides
when
around.
when we were young and we would go out like on a
Tight.
snow day. And it was like, what was the purpose of having a cotton gloves? Soon
Well,
as first snowball, your hands soaked.
Yeah,
With
he's not
those.
touching what? He's
No,
not
I know.
touching
I'm just
snowballs.
thinking. That's what I think about.
But
with
for what
cotton
I'm
gloves.
doing, the cotton is perfect because it just I just need a little shield from the wind, right? That's all
Oh,
I
you do
need.
it for weather-wise. So in the summer, do you wear gloves? when you're
No,
working?
I don't wear. I don't know. No.
Yeah. So maybe I'm a pussy because I do.
I never wore gloves when I worked at Red Bull, but I didn't really care.
In the winter, I just need a little cotton glove to keep my hands warm, and I sit on the glove like a
While you're
duck
driving.
to an egg to get it like warm.
Get a
That's
duck
how
to
I
an
do
egg.
it. That's my routine.
Right.
By the way, should we tell them the news, or is that?
Oh
out
yeah,
yet?
I'm surprised I didn't blow it already.
Yeah, I mean, you got the email, yeah.
Guys, we did it again, and thank you for those who voted. We are the best podcast
Pat yourself on the back.
on Long Island,
Back to back.
back to back.
2025.
2025, Beth Page's best pod.
Yeah, we did
Fuck
it.
you, Grindhouse.
We did it again, guys. Very happy for us.
Yeah, that's. Do you want? I mean, did you want to go back? Or you said just the plaque was good. You want to go back to the dinner?
I would
My
go back,
finances
but
are telling me the plaque is good enough, but I wouldn't mind.
Was the dinner-
I would like to go for a whole dinner this time.
that's true. You didn't
Oh, you
get
have to
stay.
leave early. Yeah, you have to coach.
I thought it was fun. Like it wasn't the greatest thing.
But now at least we know what we're going to
But
do.
we know
have,
what
we
we're
have no
going-
false expectations.
Yeah.
We're going. It's going to be the three of us sitting next to a table together, next to
I
people
just
we
want to see
shouldn't
who
be
we
sitting
get.
next
Yeah, I
to.
want to see who we get put. But you know what? Everybody at that table shouldn't be there. I feel like.
No.
How many bests are there actually? Like, how many of the people that win are deserving? You think,
Listen,
on a
not
percentage wise?
not to say anything about our own award, but I think the best are people that aren't even a part of this. You know, like
To just win without even being a.
they don't even.
No, it
they're,
happens.
they're like they don't need this. They don't need the accolades.
Yeah, it's
Like, look at the
it's like-
line out there of a deli. Like the best deli on Long Island
Of course.
isn't. They don't need. You know.
Right.
No, the podcast is different. Podcast.
We
we
need
are
it.
the
Well,
we are the best
Yeah.
podcast.
You're right.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still stand by our product.
I stand by our product too.
How many of the other categories aren't the
Yeah,
best
no.
when they actually win?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of people that, you know.
But it still doesn't take it away. Next year we go for the three-peat.
Yeah. What we should do is we should win so we all have a plaque to take home.
Yeah.
that's
fun.
that's the goal.
That's the goal.
And then we're done.
Yeah, I want
One-
2025 because 25 is my number.
25 is your number. All right. I'll wait till 2026. Well, maybe I'm not here.
We'll see
you
if
know?
you're still alive.
Yeah. Good way to good way
We
to
can
do
put
it.
I gotta-
2026 on your gravestone.
Thanks.
I got a message from somebody else who was in the category today, and he was like, seems like sadly we didn't win because we haven't gotten an email yet. Did you guys hear anything yet? I'm like, yeah, we heard.
Nice.
Yes.
We heard. Not so sad over here.
Not so sad over here. Good
Yeah.
news over here.
He's like, he goes, well, if we weren't going to win, then I'm happy you guys won. And I wanted to tell him, you guys had no chance of winning.
Oh man. Well, yeah. Glad that we won. Congrats again to all of
Yeah.
us.
Yep. It felt good.
It
Fuck
did feel
Bob
good.
And
sports,
I texted you guys
fuck.
the day before too, like, I think we're
Yeah.
done.
I know.
8:00 in the morning because he got it.
So we didn't win.
We got it. January 7th last
Yeah,
year.
exactly.
8:00, January 7th. I guess we didn't get it.
Right. Mind you,
So dumb.
you think about all the categories there are. I mean, is there thousands of categories?
there's gotta be.
Because when you go to scroll through, it takes like forever to scroll. They have to email every category. They
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
email the winner to that. So it takes a while to get around.
I mean, the book is you know the book.
We're probably
Looking at
close
it.
to the top because that category is early
Arts
on,
and
just like
entertainment's
arts
right
and
up at the
entertainment.
top, yeah.
So we probably here pretty early on, but yeah.
Yeah, we're one of the best entertainers on Long Island.
Yeah,
Feels
what
good.
can we say? Not going to apologize for being the best twice in a row. Just not gonna apologize.
I'll take this accolade. It's the
Yeah.
only thing I got.
Guys, I was thinking about, with all those wildfires,
Well, fine.
like if you were in that position, like what are the things you're taking? Do you have a
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
How much stuff were they able to take most?
All right, let's say you have a bag, take like 5 things.
Like a suitcase.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
Not a thing within reason.
That's so
Any
tough.
idea what you would take?
bring in those shoes right there.
Those bad boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bring those.
Bring in my computer, obviously. For
Computer?
Sure. And my computer, my camera, a couple lenses. The
I'm trying
hard
to
drive.
think.
Like this
There's
is like
nothing in my room that's that important.
yeah. I mean, I value a lot of stuff that I have, but I guess the most expensive stuff. You know, what I
Got to
mean?
take the expensive stuff.
Like I have all my photos are really backed up in the cloud, so I'm not really worried about grabbing photos.
And you got to
se.
figure, all right, I'm going to grab my phone and my wallet so that,
That's on you,
That's
yeah.
on you.
They said there's the 6 P's you're supposed to grab, right? That was what they were saying.
Peas?
What's that?
So it's let's look it up.
Phone?
No, I don't even think phone was on it. I think it's like
Isn't that crazy?
But they
that
actually-
that's even a thought. That
they
that
actually
should be the thing you take.
it was like people, like you grab your people.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think maybe even people
Pets.
and pets might even be one.
People,
one
pets,
P. Yeah.
prom dress.
Personal effect. I don't know. That's a broad
Flyers.
topic.
I don't know any peas.
The rules are 6 P's.
Property.
Oh, property's going down.
No, but it was like I think one of them was personal computer. It was like the way of like back ending a P. So
Okay.
your computer, but
Well, that's what I've realized in my life is that, like, let's say I moved out and got a home. I don't
Yeah.
have anything.
Right.
So, like, I would take, like, my social security card and passport and,
I didn't even think
like,
of
my
social
basic
security
shit
card.
that I need, probably my iPad. And
yeah.
honestly, like,
I went
don't
around,
have anything.
Yeah, because I went around and I was like, if I see the fire and it's coming my way, what am I going to grab? And I looked around. There's not much. I'm sure there's more sentimental stuff in my parents' house, just
Right.
'cause- but like in my apartment, it's just like there's nothing. Like there's a few things for my nieces I would like to have. I have Red Wing boots that I love, like just stuff like that.
That's what I'm
But-
saying.
but
I would probably
nothing-
grab sentimental shit.
That's what you have to go for. That and like the expensive stuff. You know?
Pictures and stuff that I could throw in a bag, maybe.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
put all my pictures and shit in there.
Scan your pictures, get them in the cloud. and
Well,
then you don't have to
that's what
worry
I'm saying.
about that.
Most of them are on the
Most
phone.
of them's in
But
the
I'm saying there's a couple that I have. That
Yeah,
I
right.
like.
But like I scanned a lot of my old photos and they're in the cloud.
Like
So,
older ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I just
I
physical
should
ones.
do that. Whatever.
My
I think-
parents
I'm
finally
sure
did that,
All of mine
too.
are at some point.
Or
I'm sure
some of-
mine might even be. But I would probably go down to my dad's like trophy room and grab. There's a ton of signatures and shit, but like really nice shit.
Yeah.
And that's probably where I would go and grab.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, it's like you see all that stuff and you're like, geez, what the hell would you do in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of expensive stuff in there. I don't know if like insurance, this stuff that if insurance covers is replaceable.
But you have to prove that you have it, right? Like, how
Yeah.
do you?
Well, I
let's
have
say you have
receipts.
this and
I
you
have
don't have the.
receipts of-
But if you don't, then what? How do you prove
Well,
that this camera?
I
was
buy everything I
lost?
buy is either from B&H or Amazon, so you can just go on your history and see that you have.
guess.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, like outside of that, say you had a signed ball, like, and it was worth this much money. Does insurance cover that? Like, yeah, you don't. That's not.
I
we
mean, it
have no proof
seems
of that.
dumb that that's the shit I would take, but I can't think of anything
Well, if
else
it's
that's
valuable,
invaluable.
yeah, right.
If it's valuable to you, that's what you take.
Yeah, and if it's a rare item, then that's a rare item. It's I would put everything in that suitcase that has all those stickers. It took me a while to collect
Yeah.
to put on that suitcase. I don't know. It's like I like stupid shit. I value the art that I've bought.
I was just gonna say, like, are you taking your
no, the records
vinyls?
I can. That's all stuff
You
you,
also
can buy
gotta
again.
think
I don't
of
have like super rare vinyl.
This stuff, like a lot of that stuff, you can replace, but it's just stuff that like means something to you.
Are
Yeah.
you taking clothes?
No, not one. I'm not taking one.
I'm just taking. I might throw an extra sweatshirt on that I love.
There's only
Take
I only
my
have 2
Patagonia.
original drawings. That I just bought that. That's an original drawing. So like I might. You know,
Oh, with the balloons.
No, the one next to it, same artist, but that's a. The
Everybody
balloons is
should
a
have
print.
a to-go bag probably ready.
A go bag, yeah.
Yeah.
To
It
go
just
bag
has
is
like your.
So go bag is for food. Go bags
know
are
what I
for.
But I mean, like one that has. I've actually seen this shit that's kind of fucked up, but that women have or young girls or whatever that has like. I think it's supposed to be like if you're kidnapped and your parents or whoever's left has to bring it to the cops. It's like a sample of your hair.
Oh.
And like all this weird shit. It's I forget what they called it, but it's like I don't know. And it's basically like here's a photo of them. Here's her hair, her blood type.
Yeah.
It's like shit like that.
Jesus.
It's, I mean, stuff. It's smart to prep that stuff. And this fire stuff, I'm sure that people have considered. Maybe I should
If
put
you live in
something
that
together
area, yeah.
to grab and go. And like I've thought about that, but I like Social Security card and birth certificate. I have in a fireproof safe, so that's
Do you
that's a good
trust it?
thing. I mean, its main
In like
selling
one of
point
those
is that
fires, like would
it's
you
fire
trust
safe.
leaving it or would you take the safe?
The safe I have is mounted to the ground because it's like also it's also theft proof. So like I'm not gonna be like undrilling a safe.
No, I get it.
So yeah.
How long did they have to leave though? That's what I'm curious about.
I don't know.
Like, did they know it was coming and it was like, we don't.
So I mean, if I'm in California anywhere and there's like there's
You're
a
getting ready at least, right?
I'm packing up a bunch of shit in my
Yeah.
car. Yeah, like I'm not waiting to be like, oh,
Were
what
they
can I
able
grab
to
now? I gotta
drive
go.
away? Like, were the roads closed? I don't.
I
didn't-
think most people were.
Yeah, you
for the
were-
most
yeah.
Because I
part.
saw
right.
somebody walking horses.
They were giving
down the
people
street.
Well, that-
like they
they
were giving
probably-
like serious heads up to a lot of areas. I think once it was
So let me ask you guys. Now, this might be the heartless asshole question, but what are your thoughts about? See, I feel terrible for everybody that lost their homes, but a couple people I've heard were like, yeah, like the rich people, like fuck them. Like, what are your thoughts about them losing everything?
I still think it's pretty terrible.
Yeah, no, that's what I kind of know. I don't disagree with you,
yeah.
but I feel like
You're not
there
as
is
sad
that
because they're gonna be okay. Like they didn't just lose their house and they have a place to stay tomorrow. They're gonna go stay in a
Yeah,
hotel.
That's what I'm saying. Most of
They're
them are probably
comfortable from day
second
one.
homes.
But you think about like Billy Crystal, who you've heard is like a bit of a prickly guy from in real life, but he's lived there for like 35, 40 years. Just think about the memories you had there
that's
and the
the
stuff
thing.
that they have
I
have
don't
collected over the
disagree.
years. Like that's really
They're still human beings.
yeah, right. The fact that they have enough money to you can go build another house and they'll be fine. It's still like
And that's what I was saying. Like, is they're also collecting money and stuff, but like, my only thing is like that needs to go to the people who need the money, not that the others don't need
yeah.
it.
Well, I don't think that.
Do you think there's a way to kind of like,
What, filter the money to the.
I hate to say that, but yeah, I'm just
But
curious.
didn't like a lot of insurance that canceled the fire.
I was gonna say, didn't
insurance.
State Farm or some shit right before it cancel
Yeah.
fire insurance?
Yeah, because like they wouldn't.
Which is
The
also
state,
ridiculous.
The state wouldn't let them increase
I think it
the
was a property tax.
insurance, like the rates.
Yep.
So they said, well, if we can't increase the rates, then we're dropping fire insurance.
Yeah.
So it's like
And that
They're
has
gonna get
recent
screwed
timing.
though. That's why insurance company CEOs get killed and nobody cares.
yeah.
Honestly, but that's the type of shit.
We were gonna go. So Monique and I were in the city, and we were down in the financial district, and just like, oh, what should we do? We're looking at places to go, and I'm like, you want to go walk by that hotel the guy was killed at? And we didn't end up doing it, but I wish that we had done that. Yeah,
What place
That's
was
great.
the hotel that it's on 6th. What was it? It was
Oh,
on
oh,
6th, the
You might even, it's
United
still
Health,
fresh. You might be able to catch a blood stain on the street.
United Health thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't rolled through there yet.
Listen, I need to hit. I love dark tourism.
Yeah, we should have done it, but we went up to the
Got
museum.
ice cream instead.
We went to the Museum of Ice Cream.
No, you
Did you really?
Yeah, that's where we went instead. Yeah,
How was that place?
So it's a spot to take photos
Yeah.
for social media. That's all it is. It's like cool rooms.
Oh, really?
But so it's not a museum of ice cream. I knew that going into it. There's one wall that's like a timeline. It's like the history of ice cream. Like, so this is the museum right here. This wall.
Yeah, that-
And there's like a couple of empty pints of Ben and Jerry's and like a history of.
Any tasting or anything there?
Yeah, it's
all right.
they call it's unlimited ice cream. So
Wow.
you hit like 6 different stations where they have different flavors, but I think you can get multiple. I never asked for like seconds for
You
anywhere.
didn't want to be that
But
guy,
I think
right?
they said it was unlimited, so I think you can just keep
You
getting
could've come
ice
back.
cream
That's a
at these
ballsy
places.
because you know there's people who take full advantage.
Of course.
If I wasn't like I'm trying to diet, so I'm like, well, I paid for the same. I'm going to eat the ice cream. I'm not
Yeah.
taking advantage of it all. But I would have just.
How did you like
went
it
ham.
though? Not the ice cream.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was
All right.
it was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh,
Like, It
okay.
was really fun and like the spots were cool. It was fun to do. I went in a ball pit.
Wait, you went in an actual ball
Yeah,
pit?
but it's sprinkles. It's not. It's
I
not
saw.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
where did I
great.
see that? You
Yeah.
didn't? Did you take a picture of this, or did I see it online?
Well, that's
somewhere?
why I
Monique
saw
took a
Monique
bunch of
take
pictures.
pictures of a mirrored room.
Yeah,
Was
she-
that in the same place?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What flavor ice cream do they give?
There's a bunch of different ice creams.
Anything out of the box? Like,
They
hey,
had like a pineapple one.
What company?
They had, huh? I don't know. They didn't. There was no name for the
all right.
thing, but I forget what. Yeah, there's a bunch of different flavors, but they did one. Oh, they had one. It was a cream cheese ice cream, and they put it on.
I don't like
They
that.
served it on a bagel.
That's not a terrible idea.
So you just got like it's like you're not thinking about the fact that you're eating ice cream. You're eating a bagel with cream cheese, but it's cold. So it was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I
And
actually
they rolled
don't
it.
hate
They
that
rolled it
idea.
and everything New Year's Eve. Monique and I were playing ping pong, and then we played ping pong. I want to get access to a ping pong table. It's fun.
ping pong's fantastic.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
I saw Timothy Chalamet is now his next movie is about a ping pong player.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
You could even do ping pong by yourself. You just boom, pop up the other
Yeah,
side
pop
if you're
up
like
the other
bored.
side.
But it's not exactly the same.
It's
because
not, but
You're
at
getting a
least you can
return.
fuck
You're getting
around
a
with
return
it.
a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Which will make you quicker. It's just going to make you better.
Did you ever see the disabled ping pong in like the Olympics? And then when the people know that somebody can't really reach, like into the table, so they hit these high things.
Oh God.
But it's the disabled doing it to each other.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And it's like, who can basically take advantage of the other person's disability
Yeah.
more?
That's hilarious.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They were hitting it up, and the person's just like, "Oh, I can't get it."
I love ping pong. One of my all time favorite things to do.
It's so much fun.
That and air hockey. Those are
Oh,
my
I
two.
hate air hockey just
See,
because I'm so bad at it.
I'm not a
Really? Yeah.
huge. I like
Yeah.
air hockey, but I'm more
think
of a the stadium hockey,
Bubble hockey.
bubble hockey.
Yeah,
bubble
that's great,
dome,
too.
dome hockey.
Yep.
Like knock hockey? Like not
No,
knock
no.
hockey.
Knock hockey, I love too.
Knock hockey reminds me
Bubble
of summer
hockey,
rec.
Think 80s. It had
Yeah,
U.S. versus Russia or
And it's
Canada.
got the things. What
Yeah,
are they
it's
called? What are they-
foosball with
foosball.
hockey.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
suck
got-
at
But
that.
it's in a dome.
I suck at that too.
It's got the big,
I wasn't great,
big
but
dome.
me and my buddy used to go to
Yeah.
the video store, Chota.
Yeah.
We used to go to the video store around the block from my house, Superstar Video,
Yeah.
memories, and just go there and play that fucking, because they had one of them there, and we used to just go
So
there and
good.
play it.
So good.
They used to have the porno section too that was roped
Little
off.
rope
and like,
off.
Yeah. Video, Superstar Video was the best.
I don't know if I must have went there at some
It
point.
was where the Taekwondo place is.
Okay.
Right next to Rosemary's
All
on
right.
Merritt's Road.
Yep. I can see that. Yeah,
I just recently I played pool for the first time in a long time. I always thought
awful
I always
Pool
thought I
I
was
can't
pretty good at
stand.
pool. Like because I used to play at a bar a lot, and then I was like, it took me. I was like, I am awful at this.
yeah.
This is embarrassing. There's people like waiting to play, watching me, and I'm like, I want to just be like throw the balls in the pockets. You guys go ahead.
You guys got it.
yeah. But I do. I want to. I like it, even though I'm bad at it. I want to start playing more to get
What's
better
your
at it.
best? I'll call it bar sport.
Oh, that shuffle,
yeah.
sandy. What's the one? It's like a sandy board.
sand.
And you gotta.
Yo, I used to watch that in Rudy. They're playing that in Rudy.
Yes, that's right.
And I never played it. And I'm like, what the fuck are they
Yeah.
playing? My buddy, I finally came across one not too long
There's a
ago.
bar in Massapequa that
Yeah.
has one.
I came
Bojangles and
across that.
Smithtown. Bojangles
Does
Smithtown
it?
had it. Yeah.
And my buddy bought one for his house, and it's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's a fun
like
one.
shuffle, like it's like shuffleboard.
Mine is
type
Yeah.
thing.
darts because that's
Yeah,
my
we
know,
best
we know.
sport. But
Yeah.
um,
I got a
That's
dartboard.
fun, that
I wanted to
shuffleboard.
put it up here, but my ceilings are too low. I wanted to put
Darts?
I used to have, Yeah.
No,
yeah.
your ceilings are fine.
No, it's too low.
How high do you throw your
Well,
dart?
I measured,
Oh, because the board can't.
and I have the full board with the chalk. Like I have the full
Oh,
thing.
I got you.
I could hang just if I had just
the
the circle
board.
thing, but I want to put the whole board up, and
Yeah.
that won't
I got you.
go through the
No,
ceiling.
that makes sense. I get it. I was going to say because you could play.
But
Down
I used, in
there.
my last apartment, I used to throw in my bedroom all the time. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I love it.
still
Darts
not
is-
very good at that either.
Yeah,
but
I'm terrible at darts.
I'm getting so bad it's embarrassing for myself.
at darts.
Not like bad, but I
You
don't
lost
play
it.
anymore. And now whenever I go to someone's house, I'm always using darts that are really light, and I always played with a heavy.
What happened to
And
your
I'm
dart
a shit
league?
show. COVID ruined my team, and then I never like was proactive to get back on another team. So yeah, I'm out.
Do you consider Golden Tee a bar?
Yeah.
bar
Yeah,
sport?
yeah.
Not that I'm good at it.
My
but-
other friend has that in his house.
Yeah, I played that. It's fun to play, but I never got into it. There's people that
I'm
get
terrible at Golden
serious
Tee.
about
Yeah, I'm
that.
not good at that.
Yeah.
I like Golden Tee though.
You know what game I used to play a lot? Now, I don't know if I consider this one a game, but you know when they have the photos and you got to see what's different?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
used to, when I used to go to MERS, they had the one with like the
I
girls.
love that game,
And
yeah.
I would sit there for hours doing that.
Yeah. They have it on the iPad now.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah.
I see it on Instagram too. It's like an app that they have now.
Yeah,
But they're always.
it's never like they have like the girls know.
They
Like,
had
I think
the
they were like,
girls
were
with
they
the-
naked? Like they were
They
like
were,
X-rated
yeah,
stuff,
some of
right?
them
They were
pretty naked,
X-rated.
yeah.
You're right.
It was the X-rated version of it. And MERS had it. And I loved it.
I never played it. I always saw it, but I
No,
never,
it's the best.
I never played
When
it.
I go to a bar, I'm best at the jukebox. That's what I'm best at.
Yeah,
I'm
the
DJ
jukebox.
all night, and then you pick a song and you look around and see you guys liking this.
Yeah, and
Do
it's
you,
just you that's
but do
liking
you
it.
play songs that? So let me ask
Always.
you with your
It's always-
jukebox. I'm a jukebox guy where I play something I want to hear, but I
too,
I
yeah.
try and set the mood, and what I think should be going on. But do you play something like this is going to get everybody's going to like this ever, or do you always do it for your personal?
I'm like the too cool for a school guy. That's like
pick a
I'm gonna
song
play-
that everyone's
yeah,
going to be like, "What's this?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
You guys ever hear Arcade Fire? Like, it's easy to do around here because it's I got the bar I used to hang out with was people was like they wanted to hear the Doors was like fucking constant.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So you play anything slightly,
That's
so
hysterical.
Now they have them where you could like take over somebody else's song and
Well, you
stuff.
could pay
Yeah, you can
extra to push
yeah,
it
I
up
know.
Yeah.
as next.
But what happens if somebody does that to you? Like, I mean, you can only be so much. You can only get
It's only fair. You just
I
keep,
think it's still like if I pay for an extra, I'm the next slot.
then
Next
it goes
person
up
who
next.
pays is up after
so if you
that.
pay a regular price, you could just never get to go. Your song
I
might
mean,
never,
if you
might
want
never
to
come up.
be smart.
also, I tend to think that there's never more than a few people that are really paying
Caring.
attention. Yeah, like
Yeah, I'm
there's
always conscious of what song's playing in
So
a
am I.
bar. Yeah.
like as far as people that like I know a girl that goes out and like same thing. Like she's like she sees a jukebox, she's like, I gotta start playing it.
Yeah.
She gets pissed off of somebody else. She's bumping other people.
Yeah.
But it's only her and the other person. Like they're going
Yeah,
against each
battling.
other. Everybody else is like, all right,
Yeah.
this song is cool. This one isn't. I'm having a conversation. I don't, you know.
I've seen somebody come in. The first thing they do is take a $20 bill and they're like, "All right, I'm going to play my music for the next 2 hours." Basically.
It is sort of a nice power move.
Yeah.
Just be like, this is my living room now.
Yeah.
Take it.
So, so
The
what
power
happened?
move is to know the bartender and just plug the aux into your phone. And then
Yeah,
just take
just
over.
take it
Yeah.
over that
That
way.
is, yeah.
That's actually true.
That's the better way to do it.
But like when I went to bar, so specifically MERS, because when like I would like I didn't drink, but I still wanted to go out and like hang out with my friends. So like we would all go out, and I would always fucking pay attention to the other shit that's going on there. Give me something to do besides not
Yeah.
drinking. But they also had the gambling game, which that one was dangerous.
Is that like the dots?
No, it's cards. It's 5-card poker, whatever it is. But you got to get dealt the cards, and you could.
Actually pays out.
It pays out. So what you do, I would dump $20, $20, and then whenever you hit, you tell the bartender they wrote your name down and how much you hit for, and then you'd go the next morning and collect.
Jesus Christ.
But when you hit, the thing was when you did hit, it's like I'm picking up $200-$300.
Is that bar out of business now?
No, that bar's never going out of
Yeah, that
business.
place is
Even
never
though you
going
just told them that.
Well, they don't do
admitted-
that. I think that's done. I don't
yeah,
think they
okay.
do that anymore.
I always the one thing I always wanted to play was I forget what it's called, but on the screen and it's got a bunch of numbers and then a little ball comes out and lands on a number.
They call it
the
Keno.
Is it
in,
Keno?
In Vegas, it's Keno. What do they
I
call
think
it
it's
here?
called it's
Draw. Something
Draw,
draw.
power draw, or
Six
some
draw?
shit.
Something draw, yeah. I never knew. Like, it was always intimidating me. So I got to scratch the thing off, then you got to hand it before
Yeah,
the
yeah,
drawing,
yeah.
and then you just
Because I sit.
Those they have them at all the lotto stores, and the old guys
They
just
have 'em,
watch
yeah.
them.
That's Keno, right? Though, like when you go
Yeah.
to Vegas, it's called Keno.
I'm pretty
And the
sure
girls
it
go
But
is.
I
like,
sit
"Keno,
there
Keno?"
and watch it and guess in my mind what number it's gonna fall on, and
you
then if
see
I
if
get it,
you
I'm like,
would've won?
yeah. But like I never play, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just sit there and look. I'm like 43, 38.
I always find it fascinating about the numbers game back in the day when people used to run numbers.
Yeah.
And I always, when I was
I don't
younger,
get it. How does it work?
so what they
They were
do
doing
is
lottery. They were just
people
doing a
doing
neighborhood lottery.
They were
That's it.
doing lottery, but what they use is like a page in the paper that everyone. It's like a number that shows up, I guess, every paper, and that's the number that you use. So when you guess the numbers, that's the winning numbers. The paper's not doing it on purpose. Like it's not. These are the numbers. It's
Right.
Something in the paper.
It's something in the paper.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but that's what numbers were. So that's how all these places would. Everybody's degenerate gamblers. I mean, they can't do it now because they have all this lotto. No one's gonna do that. Playing
So
lotto
funny.
is running numbers.
After all these years, I never knew what running the number. I always
it's a neighborhood
always
lottery.
heard of it,
Yeah.
and I just never knew. I
Exactly.
was like,
It's like-
I knew it's some kind of gambling. I didn't know it was that.
It was just it's like a
Interesting.
six number lottery. I don't even know if it was on a certain pay. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly what it was, but yeah, that's all it was.
yeah. I heard the same thing, but I don't know.
I find it like to me that's like interesting because you can't do that anymore. It's just so why would I pay this random guy?
right.
Well, I got the Lotto app on my phone now, which is dangerous. But
Is
you
it
use it?
like can you get lotto tickets on the lot?
Yeah,
on the,
that's what
and
I
you,
do.
Do you scratch them on the like?
no,
is-
not scratch offs.
Oh, that's what I was curious if you could get scratch offs.
Stuff like that.
When I see people drop to now, listen, I'm a degenerate. I get it. It's not that I don't understand why they're doing it, but lotto tickets. When I see people like every week and it's like $200 and they have a folder and they have all this, it's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I can't even keep when I pick one number. I double check it 30 fucking times to make to make sure it's a loser.
I will play like once every few months. I'll play on the phone. I'll just play.
How much does it cost? I haven't.
Whatever you want.
Oh, you can just put
I'll
whatever-
usually do $20 or $30 because you like. There's an option to
For the mega or whatever.
yeah,
Mega
whatever
ball
it
or
is.
whatever it is.
Not mega ball, but mega plier, something.
Oh, the multiplier.
Multiplier, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you gotta do what
if you
you
do
do it.
win, then you win a lot more money. So I'm like, I don't want to win and then wish I should have put out.
Did you ever
another
work at a
$10.
company that did like group lotto?
No, but that's stressful to me to think like if
Yeah.
if I turned it down one day, you hear these stories about
To
people
me,
that
that's what's bringing to me in my next point is I heard someone once didn't have the money. Or like
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
have
that
the
is-
singles
that
on
did
them,
happen.
and nobody would spot them or whatever.
Yeah,
and like they do
that's
it every
fucked up.
week, and then they won, and they were like, "Well, you're out." Like
that's
I would
fucked up.
I would kill somebody.
Yeah.
No, it's fun to fantasize. I play it and then I fantasize about winning, and then I'm like,
Yeah, 100%.
oh my god, all my troubles are gonna go. You know, that's it. That's
Your troubles won't go away.
yeah, they will.
No, they won't.
I
If you're somebody who I have happiness in my life now, I'm
was
in
just
debt.
gonna say.
I'm fine. I'm cool. I'm happy every day. Most of the time. I don't.
All my misery stems from
the only thing that I
finances.
want is I want to buy more fun shit. I want to I want to do more fun
Yes!
shit. I want to donate. Like I do want to. Like I want to be able to give away money.
Yo.
That's all I want is to do more fun things. with money.
100% I'm with
That's it.
you. I hate when people say, "Oh, money doesn't buy happiness," and I get that.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think it does.
My life is pretty.
I think it would cause more
These are
problems.
people who walk around. They're not angry and they're acting like they want money. Like I'm already cool. I'm good.
Yeah, I have friends. I have
Yeah.
a good family.
Uh-huh.
I don't have kids. I don't have anybody to worry about.
Yeah.
The only real thing I stress about is money. Now, will all my problems go away, like health? No,
Of course, yeah.
But this will alleviate a lot of stress.
Yeah.
But I'm not going
It
to be
does
worse
alleviate
off.
stress.
I'm not going to be less happy if I get to just do a bunch more cool shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm like
More
I can
money,
see
more
myself a happy
problems,
person.
bro.
I can be happier.
I
and then
just feel like
occasionally, yeah,
I
you're
think
gonna
it. I think it brings other stuff to you.
It's just dumb people who don't know what, like
Nah,
just say
it's
no.
easy to say, but I'm telling you.
No, see, I don't have anybody, and I can honestly say that
You'd start giving away money and
You're
get
right.
yourself
I
in a
would
hole
probably
right
get
away.
caught giving
Yeah.
away
Don't even
money.
tell me
yeah,
about
probably
you.
I would too.
Yeah. Everybody who lent me money when I was down and out.
But I'm not.
Here's a little
I'm not
something,
buying.
something.
I'm not talking about buying a crazy house. Like buy a
Yeah.
nice little house and just be able. to
I
just,
would want to still go to work.
I'd buy a studio and
stupid.
Yeah,
That's
you're out
not.
of your mind.
I think we talked about this.
I
Yes,
would
it is stupid.
I would coach and do something to keep me occupied, but
That
I
would
would
keep you
not,
occupied.
I'm not
Right.
working my 9 to 5 cold calling job No, it's not
I
happening.
wouldn't do that.
I'm working like doing fun shit. Like I'm gonna edit video. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna still do the shit that I like, take photos, edit photos. Like, but I have all day to do the stuff I want to do.
My IG and all that will be booming.
I hate the fact that like sometimes I'm like falling asleep and I'm like enjoying working on the computer. I would just not have to.
Yeah,
do
you don't have
that.
to wake up.
I'll go to like I'm tired. I go to sleep. I'll wake up. I'll keep doing this in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't have a job to go to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The other day I played and then I was at work and I was like 2 hours into work and I'm like, I didn't check my numbers. Like, can you imagine I'm working like a fucking idiot and I'm a millionaire? I'm like, I stopped working immediately. I was holding a case. I put it down. I said, I'm checking my numbers before I do one more thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
If I won the lotto, I would quit so quick. I wouldn't even need to get any money. I'm quitting.
I would leave my truck. If I found out that I won and I was already in work, I would call my boss and say, your truck is in Hauppauge.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I just won the lotto.
I'm taking an Uber back to the warehouse
Yeah.
and figure out how to get this stuff off this truck.
Yeah.
Because it ain't me, homie.
I am so with you.
I would finish the day. I 100% would. And I
What
would.
if you hurt yourself badly?
What if you got into a car accident?
Then I got money to cover it.
No, you'll be dead. Fuck that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna die.
You're in a truck driving all over the
Oh,
country.
God. You're living a Alanis Morissette song right now.
I would
I'd be
hope
fine.
that you would throw out your back. Like, I'm going to finish out today because it's a
No,
rainy
no,
day.
no,
And
no.
then you ruin
I'm
your
telling
back.
you, I'm telling you,
and
I
then all
would.
the money goes to back surgery.
I wouldn't work 40 hours a week, but I'd be like, put me on 3 days a week.
Delivering meat. That's the job you would do.
Because I love to get out and listen to podcasts.
You don't think you could find another job doing nothing, not laboring, that you want to do?
This is a job
I'd
I'd
rather
want to
fucking
do.
serve people.
I'm
than
not
deliver meat.
laboring. You act like I'm laboring. I'm not laboring at
Bing,
all.
you're getting up at 4 a.m. You're driving to Connecticut to deliver meat.
Well, that I
get
wouldn't
it.
do. I wouldn't
it's
wake
not
up at
hard
4
labor,
anymore.
but it's labor.
I only
It's
wake up.
traffic. You're wasting time in traffic. You gonna do
I
that?
only wake up. I like that.
I'd be like, you know what? I'll take my fucking helicopter on this route and get it over
I
real quick.
truly, I truly love getting on the road in the morning. I love it, and I don't care about
And
traffic.
guess what? Get on that road and drive with no like. Oh, what am I gonna do today?
Yeah, pick out a restaurant you want to go to.
I
Get
do
on the
that.
road and go see.
I do
Yeah,
that on my
go
days
drive
off,
somewhere
and
if you
it's
really
not
wanna
the
get in
same.
the road.
It's not the same.
You're telling me.
I'm telling
You
you.
told me, you said in the last podcast, you wish that you could get the drive. Some days you're just sitting around doing nothing. You're like, I wish I could get the drive so I can get out of the way so I don't have to do it tomorrow.
See? Well, that's why.
Yeah, because you said you don't want to do it the next day.
No, I don't. But
Caught ya.
B, there's
That-
nothing you could say that makes anybody listening, us in this room, believe you.
I
that you
swear
would
to
still
God.
work at the meat market.
I would.
I think I believe you that you would start to, and then the minute something like you would be like, you know what?
Frustrating.
Why am I doing this?
that's probably what it would be.
yeah.
But I would try.
I've thought about that too. Like I might work for a little bit. Like
The moment my boss tells me something that I'm like, fuck you, I'm out, bro.
I would maybe start a business that I have to work at. Like you know what I mean? Like I might like
Yeah.
open a comedy club and like put in work there, but I would love that
I'm
work.
not putting in work for anybody other than myself.
course, absolutely.
That's what I would say.
But I have a list of projects I want to do, like artistic
Mm-hmm.
projects. Like photo projects I want to do. I want to like go into the city and shoot.
Can I tell you, I
different
never
things.
understood the buying of a huge house. Who needs those?
I don't know. You got all these rooms that you can't use.
I don't like that.
That's
don't
I
know.
honestly, people when I see celebrities, and I know some of them just have so much money that they literally don't know what to spend it on.
Mm.
But like, I look at it, I wouldn't buy 6. I'd buy one house that's on a water, maybe a cabin, and
Yeah,
neither one of
right.
them would be. They would be like
Yeah.
a little.
I want a
fucking-
nice.
But if you had a
I want
family, you
decent
would
sized
want a big house.
But I don't. And if I
Right.
did,
For
I still
us.
don't need. Catchmar has a beautiful house, but it's like a reasonable size, and
Yeah.
it can fit, 20 people in it.
I just want 2 stories. I want a basement, and I want a porch. That's all I need.
porch
Yeah,
would be nice.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
I
all
still
need is a
wanna
porch.
live in an
with
apartment
with a decent sized property, but a porch that's actually looking on something. You know, sometimes I'll pass a house and I'll be like, "That I want that house right there." Like it's in a spot where it's like there's a spot in Port
I
Jeff.
love the wraparound.
It's like
porches.
there's a
porch is
house. There's a house in Port Jeff that's perfect. It's like on a hill. It's a porch overlooking like a little bit of the town.
That's dope.
Like you're in the town, like but you got space. It's a nice size house, and you can walk to restaurants wherever you want.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
other thing. I want to be able to walk to places like where I am right now.
Yeah, that's big for me. Yeah.
I love where I live right now because I could walk that.
Yeah.
My car basically stays in
Even
the
like,
parking lot all week.
like condo. Like I I would move across the street from where you are. Like
Yeah.
those are nice places.
I was
get
just
a,
gonna
get a
say.
2-bedroom there. I don't mind living.
For me, like one person, I don't need that. Like,
No.
I'll go out and do the shit that I want to
Yeah.
do. I'd rather spend my money
traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
I would
on
buy a
stupid
place
shit.
to have a studio. You know, legitimately. Like I would have a wall for green screen, like to make cool shit.
I would probably just start doing 100 different podcasts and just overwhelming people with my voice on nonsense topics
Yeah.
that nobody needs to care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot more of me in this
The
world.
Long Island.
The Long Island idiot.
The best of Long Island is just 5 podcasts of you.
And they're all me. I'm going
'Cause
to
you
win
You want
one
to
of
explain
them.
what that number is? So if people watching YouTube, they
Oh,
wanna
we
know
haven't
what-
even explained that yet.
No.
No. Why don't you explain what it is?
I'll explain. Oh, no, you can
Move
do
the
it.
popcorn thing out of the way.
Thank
And the
God.
pillow.
Stuff. Chick decided to decorate today. So
I
we
didn't
got
do anything.
we got popcorn and pillows.
Check. What's the
Oh,
number?
I thought
What's
you
the number
want-
stand for?
So this number is the amount of days since the last New York Jets Super Bowl appearance. I will say win because they did win it, but this is the last time
Also
they've even
appearance.
appeared in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This
They made
is
it
more
to 2
days than
AFC
V's been
championship
alive.
games.
Like double, probably.
Yeah, I wasn't born in 1969. Well,
Oh. And I think
yeah.
it's great. I just can't wait to see this number go up.
Gonna
And
go
up.
up. Yeah.
it probably already
I
did
wanna-
go up a day, right?
Yeah, it's actually it's 4:53 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why do you have this? Do
For
we
my
want-
other podcast,
Okay,
my
yeah.
Jets podcast.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not
we're
just to
we're
mock me.
I have a Jets podcast.
If Ryan did that just to mock you, that would have been even better.
So I wasn't like I don't want to like break the fourth wall, but so yeah, I'm starting another podcast which is about the. I don't know anything about the Jets. I told you last week. I'm a
Yeah.
big Jets
I
fan.
love it.
It's just it's a mock podcast. It's you know it's stupid. So it's 2 idiots who just blindly love the Jets and everything they do.
I love the trailer. Is it coming out next week?
No, we're gonna record a couple episodes. and
Okay.
get it.
Do you have a name yet?
We did.
But
But
no.
I think we changed it. It was going to be Cool Your Jets, but there's another podcast called Cool Your Jets, so we were going to call it The Real Cool Your Jets. But I think that Tim just came out. He wanted to come up with a different name for it.
I like the name Cool Your Jets too. That's
Yeah.
too bad.
He wants to call it Ryan and Tim's Cool Your Jets with Tim and Ryan.
All right.
It's you ever see?
It's supposed to be funny. Like,
It's supposed to be
dumb.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're supposed to. People are gonna watch it and be mad that we don't know what the hell we're talking about, but we're gonna act like we know what we're talking about. So
Now is Tim is a Jet fan though,
No.
right? He's not.
no,
It's like a mockumentary.
yeah, it's like two idiots doing a might have a character. I have like my story as my character has a backstory.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're just mocking my true love
Kinda,
here.
yeah.
It's
I
a
want you
little-
to come on though, but we want to have real Jet fans.
I'll come on.
and have we want to have them like
Wouldn't that be great if you can, like, you guys get known enough where just you get like a player to be like, all right, I'll go on. And
Yeah,
Jets
What
podcast."
player's gonna come on?
You never
Yeah.
know.
all right, we're
So-
good. We're
Yeah, well, if you
Over
made
now.
it,
Fellas, if you
far-
made
this
it
was a
this
fun
far-
episode,
This was fun. I
and we
enjoyed.
didn't talk about movies the whole time.
By the way, I
is that
talked.
a criticism.
No, I just feel like that's usually what gets.
That's usually what we talk about.
and I've seen plenty of them.
I did go to the movies and I saw the Bob Dylan movie.
What'd you think?
Loved it.
Me too.
Absolutely loved it. Like,
too.
I
like
haven't seen
got
it yet.
chills watching.
Yeah, no, I got
Really?
emotional. Like I teared
Emotional,
up
yeah.
multiple times when he
too.
sang.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
incredible. Timothy Chalamet might be on my top right now.
He's
How good he is.
crushed
Have you ever
it.
seen him in what was the movie, The Last King?
No.
Great movie.
Like we haven't talked about movies. Well,
Yeah.
here we go.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Well,
I
I saw
do
the
want
I
to
saw the
bring up one
Brutalist.
thing. Go.
I
What were
saw
you
the
gonna say?
Brutalist. That's like 3 hour and 45-minute movie.
wow.
You had to mention movies.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll always stay a little extra for a movie.
The Knicks
Yeah.
are on.
I do want to say that I've seen tons of movies. I watch a lot of dark, fucked up movies.
Oh, you know.
I've officially seen the worst scene, most disturbing scene I've ever seen in any movie I've ever watched this week. Have you ever heard of the movie Irreversible by Gaspar Noé or Poe? He's a French
No.
director. It's a French movie. I don't even want to get into it too much because it was ridiculous. But I finally come across the worst thing I've ever seen in a movie.
Do you regret seeing it? Do you is it a badge of honor that you've seen this?
No, I'm happy that I've seen the movie. I probably will never watch it again. It was disturbing.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm glad I saw what the, like, I don't want to say hype. it's just the controversy was about. People, I think it was at Cannes or something, and people were just walking out like, that's disgusting. That's not a movie.
It's not a movie.
Like, yeah, it was as for oh God, I can't even.
Irreversible?
Irreversible. It's actually on Amazon, Apple.
I'm not watching this.
Oh, all right.
There's no chance I watch this.
I almost. It's not that I want people to watch it. I don't even know. It's just curiosity of what people think when they see it, kind of.
Well, if you made it this far,
Yeah.
Thank you guys for voting. We love you. 2025.
thank you.
Bye.